We've seen Nami Corki before. Into Varus Nico, though. This is a hard lane to play into.
Yeah. We've seen a lot from Genji and their bottom lane duo. Duro seems to love to play the Nami for some reason. The Corki, though, feels very good. Kind of goes with anything. Looking at a Nocturne, actually, here. They're going to snatch that one up right away. So it is Nocturne alongside of Talia and Rumble.
It's a lot of dive threat, right? The Nocturne Nico can be so suffocating, especially you're playing into an Enchanter support, you're playing into a Jace. It does mean you're not going to have as much pressure pre-6, but as long as you can just track Owner, make sure he doesn't get any momentum early, I feel like once the ultimates come online for BNK FX, they have so much threat on the map, so much playmaking potential, so much ability to punish this Jace. It just really comes down to, you know, the solo lanes, I think, for T1 are the scary thing right now. What is Doran going to do on this Jace early?
Duo there, as we do have BNK up against T1 for game number 1. Game 1, match 19. We'll have match 20 later today. That's Bro versus KT. And then we move into Super Week, which is best of 5s, 1 per day, evenly matched teams. It's going to be a lot of fun next week.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited for it. I think as well, I hope we're surprised, because they are aiming...
Is as well from Vikla. And there's the wall. They're going to be split up a little bit. We'll see which target they do decide to go on, as the answer is kind of nobody. They just kind of wait around. There is first blood, but also a kill goes to FaZe. And so, yes, they do get the kill. They get the ultimate Hunter stack. But now T1 is on the chase. They have this Vi ult as well. They're going in onto Diablo. Tons of damage does go into Owner, but it is traded out as Flash over the wall, and FaZe collects a second kill and is feeling pretty... But they are eventually going to take this mountain, and it doesn't look like T1 really care. Yeah, pretty interesting that he's the one, but now Faker kind of in an awkward spot. Does have double sums, but rooted basically forever. He is tanky, though, already with the rod finished, and Kellen flashes away. Paranoia's coming in, but Owner had his sights set on the Nico and does pick up the kill. As now we have TPs arriving. Doran and Clear are here. No equalizer, though, as he used it on the wave earlier. Looking for Raptor. He has to flash away. The flash bubble comes in, and the tidal wave is there, but it already gained enough distance. And so T1 say, well, that's good enough. We got the 1 kill. Nice bait, Faker.
I think just drastically overestimating the damage for BNK that he should leave, I guess.
Yeah.
Are looking towards the Herald now. Oh, they're going for the Nami.
Yeah, Keria kind of standing on a ward and not realizing it, and immediately just kind of dies.
This is one of the things of these squishy supports. Like, you know, Kellen on Nico has gone Celestial opposition. That's why. Like, don't get me wrong, Dreammaker...
Yeah, not ending up being the most effective. Did get him low, but also got himself low, so not exactly the trade they're looking for.
I would watch out.
Oh, flash on in. Diablo might be in a bit of trouble here. Does get ulted once again. The Nico finds 3, but he just dies immediately, and now finally the Paranoia comes out and Clear frontlining, but the Nocturne also taking a ton of damage from FaZe before he went down to Clear. And so...
As well, he was just melting people. Great time to have the Rumble turn up. A lot of value there. Vic was looking.
So Doran flashed in that trade in the top lane, and now he's dead.
He's regretting that a little bit.
Yeah. Going for that aggressive trade comes back to bite him when he was going...
I mean, Doran's done fine, right? Into Clear, but Rumble's still Rumble. This champion is just still... Just not okay. Not okay.
When will Azir stop being broken and competitive? When will Corki stop being...
Corki comes and goes.
Yeah, Corki.
There's a lot of times doesn't give much value, but sometimes I'm like, hey, you have like a Cassante. He likes to get low in HP.
Yeah. Kellen kind of forcing an engage here. Will be punished for it. Gets slowed up by the tidal wave and just gets blown up. So, look, saw an opportunity and took it.
Even with Chemtech Soul, that's not going to save you there. And the extended vision's only temporary, right?
Mm-hmm. So the next minute, a little extra information. Clear 16 minutes ago.
The saddest is when you pop in, everyone just flashes out immediately. You're like, oh.
Yeah, well, they're going to go on in. You talked about targets. Carry is certainly one of them, and he is not long for this world, as nobody's really able to help them out. It's a double kill for Vikla, and now Clear gets onto that backline. Faker just going to TP out. Oh, barely gets away from the chains. And if he gets hit by that, obviously he gets interrupted and rooted. As Vikla looking for more, gets the knockback here on a Doran. I think Doran should be okay, just doesn't want to have to use his flash. And it was getting a little dicey there.
You know what? I did talk earlier about carry against special opposition. I gotta apologize, because I don't think that would have done anything there. I just don't think there's much you can do when this composition wants to kill you. They are gunning for him. They just don't like to see fish on the rift. They turn him in the sushi.
Unless you're Fizz.
Well, we don't see Fizz very often either. Clear's in a bit of trouble. Oh, but Kellen's here.
Trying to punish him. Kellen does come in. There's the flash from Clear, just trying to disengage from this, but pays with red buff on the chase as well. Elects not theoretically something like Nami if the fights are actually close. Gonna have to hold that thought as this time Carry just flashes away. But now Vikla goes over the left side of the wall, instantly dies, gives the shutdown to Pays, and that's exactly the mistake T1 were looking for, as the equalizer gets big damage and might push them back, but it didn't hit Faker, who is leading the charge now, as Kellen is going to go down. Triple kill for Pays, as T1 just like that, one mistake, and they're ahead of the game.
Yeah, big flub there from BNK FX, but good peel from T1. Carrier just immediately flashing over the wall. If Raptor wanted to go for him, he'd have to commit so deep, and in the end, he doesn't. It's Vikla who oversteps, and Pays makes him pay for it. Now 7-1-2. And you know, that conversation we're just having about
still 1,000 gold behind Vikla, but where the gold lead lies for T1 is in Pays. As we do have the TP coming in, nice flash there, but the equalizer still going to hit Pays. Doesn't have his Valkyrie, doesn't have flash, and eventually he will die as they do get him down. And also Owner, who went deep, dies to the Varus. And now it's basically just, okay, a dead Doran, and Faker's like, what happened to my team?
Just a great team fight from BNK FX. The dive comes in, and Pays does everything he can to dodge the Pop Blossom, but Clear just slides in and takes him out. This Rumble doing absurd damage. And Faker not quite ready to actualize all over the place. He survives, but
recognize this if they're willing to take a straight up fight, if they have tabs on Faker, who is right now in the mid lane.
Pays does have no flash now.
Owner taking a bit of damage. They got to be careful. They are collapsing in on an Owner who does not have his flash, has to commit to the play, is so deep in the thick of four of them, doesn't get an opportunity to even smite. As Clear might be in a bit of trouble here, going face to face with Faker, who is going to actualize and picks up the shutdown. The chase still on. Pays full health, is trying to Valkyrie forward and get even more value out of this play. And T1, they are not done with this one. You see the chase is on. Doran on the bottom side here, going to land a big shock blast as well. They take down Vikla, and it looks like finally BNK get away. They get the Chemtech Soul, as T1 will look to push more.
Yeah, not the end of the world for T1 that was taken. They do manage to take down Clear and get a massive shutdown. I assume, I didn't actually check what his shutdown was, but he was 4-0.
Pretty large, I'd say.
I mean, they were down in gold, so I don't know. Can't say for sure what the shutdown was. So a lot of value picked up there from T1, even if they didn't get the soul.
As now we have equalizer here on a Faker, no ghost, no flash, and I think this will be more than enough. As Clear going to retake the top spot there on the damage dealt meter, and he has
Ian, so I assume he bought the Zhonya's. We can't see the items right now.
Good assumption. Good assumption. Pays is just kind of... Diablo trying to step up to them, and Pays says no. They turn out to the Zhonya's, though. That's not going to work, but they're able to front to back in here with Faker in the front, the tank of the team. Clear gets a ton of damage, but more importantly, he dies, and the rest of his team is so low. They get the catch here on a Raptor in the back line, and Vikla, nice shove back. Looks like he might be able to live for now, actually, because of that, but it should be another Baron here for T1.
Yeah, Diablo just disrespects the rapid fire there and just walks straight up to Pays, takes so much damage, and it feels like it was almost a panicked start from BNK FX. Like, what is happening? So AD carry, we have to do something as a unit here. And Pays finding this great angle, also dodging the Chains of Corruption and the Equalizer. If he got hit, he was just dead.
Yeah.
But Clear is a one-man army right now.
I mean, he's still doing damage with so many threats in his face. Perfectly flashes and Valkyries out of the way.
Oh, these Valks are so good. Like, 3 Valks, the BT1 call is just to start up, but it's 20,000 HP.
And Faker's not dealing damage to it. He's actually fighting with Clear here on the left.
And winning.
Does do a lot to him. The Equalizer also only really going to hit Faker. Meanwhile, we got the G8 procs here as FaZe takes down the Nico, and Raptor bites the dust as well. They were desperate to enter into this Elder Pit, and instead they end up taking a losing fight to BNK. So now T1 should have a free Elder under their belt.
Yeah, felt very rushed to get in there, and I think they just needed to take it a bit slower, wait for some cooldowns, and the Elder was still very healthy. You know, I guess they didn't have full information, didn't have full control, but it felt like a desperate play from BNK FX, and T1 so slow, so controlled, are now pushing up into the base, and the Elder's about to be secured as well. If FaZe autos someone, I don't think it's quite there. I think without IE, he's not just going to one-auto Elder proc, but it won't be far away.
Depends on who as well. And they have a lot of other poke in this chase. And Doran isn't the most fed, but he's ahead of the Rumble at this point in time, as looks like they're waiting.
Yeah, maximizing time with it. Pulled it to stall out. I'm not feeling too hot on BNK FX's chances. Bot inhib's already down, obviously. Top inhib's going down.
They have a wave coming into mid.
Yeah, I think mid inhib
on that one.
Mid inhib's gone.
All right, well, they're going to wall in. Faker decides to take the Realm Warp and go towards Vikla. It's a big shield in his face.
I mean, he gets low, but they just don't punish.
Yeah. And now they have the poke. I mean, Vikla doesn't have a Knight, no Banshees, obviously, so taking a ton from FaZe, who is the raid boss in this game. Has the GA, has the Nami, Barrier and Flash available. There isn't a lot that he can't do at this point. BNK, I'm sure they're looking for one opportunity to get onto him, but I'm not seeing it right now. Bit of damage goes, and Vikla! No! That's kind of that one combo you were talking about. Vikla is going to get healed up as Owner goes very deep and does go into the GA. And Pace is just running over the Equalizer. Doesn't care at all. He's trying to do the damage as Carrier tries to hit a bubble. Not going to. The C1 do get pretty low. And the flash is coming out here from Diablo, but the damage from Pace is a bit more. Pace getting incredibly low himself. They take out Diablo and the rest of the team, and T1 will end the game up 16k gold.
Carrier bought a Seeker's Arm Guard at the end. And just in that final, when it came to Pace on this Corki, he just felt almost untouchable at times. Other than that one fight where Clear just
Yone! And, you know, we don't know 100% which is going where, and that makes this job for Vikla a little bit more difficult as well.
Yeah, kind of keeps them guessing a little bit as to who's going where. But 2 threats that can be a bit hard to deal with, and 2 picks that can be a bit of a nuisance in the side lane. Scout of the Week, good value here, that's for sure.
They don't have any consistent damage, Ox.
Yeah, but no one on T1's that tanky, so I don't think it's that much of a concern. I think it would have been a concern if they had something bulkier, but...
I mean, I've played against some Yones in solo queue that feels like they can live through anything.
That's true. If Yone gets ahead, he's a little bit annoying. And by a little bit annoying, I mean incredibly frustrating to play against, and I don't want to play against him. But I think that is one of the things that really this draft hinges on for BNK FX. You have a Syndra and a Lucian who, if they're ahead, you're going to feel fine. If they fall behind, and especially...
Does look like we're ready to go. T1 versus BNK, game number 2.
I was so convinced he was going to play Bard.
Yeah. I mean, his Thresh is also ridiculous. I don't remember exactly when it was, but there was one game where I remember saying, are we just going to have to permaban Thresh against him too? A lot of matchups is generally okay, but not this one early on, as there's the stun into Faker, and Faker trying to hold on to his flash, uses it at the last moment, and does get away, but a nice little gank here from Raptor. Oh, gets the root onto Diablo and then just hits the hook on Kellen, actually, who does get quite low, has to heal. And guess who's here? It's Owner.
Yeah, they're looking for a dive here. And heal down on Kellen, he's a pretty easy target.
All right, they're going to be looking for him for sure. Just dashes on in. There it is. First blood given over to Owner. As he's not quite able to get onto the lantern.
That's great. That's good to know.
Uh-oh. Little fake around there.
Oh,
Kellen not expecting that in the close range hook. And Kellen doesn't even...
Wait, look!
He doesn't even flash or heal or anything.
It was just blinking.
Oh, where is it?
It's just like...
It's gone.
It rolled backwards inside the...
Oh. Maybe it went to sleep.
Yeah.
Faker is in a lot of trouble here. Is going to try to seal the fate of himself. And does go down, so the follow...
just being set up by the bot lane. You know, T1's bot lane getting further and further ahead. Raptor trying to make things happen in mid lane in return. Oh, good ult.
Yeah, Owner going in on that one. The Cataclysm actually keeps Vikla outside of the challenge, but he is going to go down regardless. As Owner says,
result here, though, this was just, you know, Faker uses his Q. Yeah. And
like, even though Sion is down on farm, I'm more so focused on the fact that Doran gets free farm on Aurora, and that's going to be very nice. Probably not a lot of kills there, though. As we got the stun combo into Owner, he just kind of goes in, does not have his ult, just wants to get the kill here on a Vikla, and uses his flash to make that happen.
Wow.
And by make that happen, I mean him dying.
Yeah, Vikla didn't have ult yet. It just came up now. So I was thinking maybe there's a window to find something, but Owner gets punished.
All right, well, Diablo's going in on this one, and there is the play. This time Diablo flashes forward. He wants the kill, and he will have it. As there's the ult down to Diablo as well. Should be totally fine in the 2v2 trade afterwards.
And he's like, oh, I guess I will jump in. Faker's ult's not quite available.
Faker's dead, by the way, again.
That was a solo kill.
And now Raptor.
I can't take it.
Faker by himself. Owner is going to get in front of that, but the flash comes in. Carry is not having any of that as he flashes for the hook and the box, and Owner picks up the kill.
I think he probably should have just stayed in the tower, but that's hindsight. He did at least get... Finally have no fun allowed. No fun allowed. You're not allowed to have fun. You're a top laner.
So Doran TP's into this one.
He's a lot harder to jump. Match not looking nearly as bad.
T1 ahead in gold for now, but once that turret does go down, BNK take the very slight lead. They're going to have the first couple of dragons. And we'll see what from that objective.
Oh, they're going to kill him? No.
No. Just going to leave Diablo here. Oh! Hooks around the minions! And the flash comes out from Diablo, but the knockup comes in from Raptor, and that's going to be a kill on Owner. And he even wards the lantern. As Pays doesn't want to have to flash this, but he will in the end. The flash over into the scout of the week gets the job done. And now Carrion not long for this world either. Double kill goes through for Vikla, who's getting fed in his own right now.
Sometimes, you know, just because you can doesn't mean you should the same way. Maybe a little bit of coach voice comes in to explain it to him.
Yeah.
This is what he meant.
It's pretty important for him to know.
Yeah, and then BNK FX like, oh, that's what he meant. Oh. I understand now.
Faker does not win this 1v2, obviously. The stun is going to come down, and eventually Faker will go down. As Vikla picks up a third kill for him. Always the best received. You know, fans were always like, not sure about that. He hasn't looked super comfortable on that pick.
Both, but I guess one of that...
Go 0-3 and fall behind, but yet, like, the Sion can't match you. The Syndra can't match you alone.
And also, Vikla doesn't have TP, so it's uncomfortable having him in the side lane on the other side of the map. So I think the TP play, especially because it's an Aurora, no matter how deep Doran goes, it's almost impossible for them to actually punish him. So I think trading TPs was really paid off for T1. It was really smart.
Yeah.
They're closing the lead in terms of gold. This is...
where they're super dominant and taking down inhibitors. They're pretty far away from that. It's a very close game still. As it was like a 3,000 gold lead, I think, and now it's only... They are going to spot this happening.
Oh, they're committing.
Yeah, they're committing this time. A lot of damage into Owner. And so that's going to be a little bit more difficult for him to actually get in, as Owner is thinking about it, has to go into his ultimate. ability. Doran doing some poke down, and they're all in the pit, but they still get the Baron, and Clear does a great job of zoning for the team. Faker lines up 2. He's going very deep, but he's zoning, so he gets away. As Diablo carefully just going to ride that line, and so they get Baron for just 1 death.
Okay, that's fine. That's good. Good pickup from BNK FX. Decent amount of summoners burn, but you know.
You have to get at least some turrets. You have to get some more golds. You have to do something. It's actually T1 who are engaging onto this. Owner going in. Diablo gonna get rooted up and hooked, but he still stays alive. Owner, though, not taking any damage. As the Q is going to land there onto that back line as Faker goes back in. A stun on a Faker. Owner super low as now the Between Worlds comes in and Doran is here to party. Although it is going to be Xinjiang the first one to go down as Raptor had his GA. So he is going to live.
That was close. It's a 1-0 for BNK FX. A good pickup there. And with Soul in 15 seconds.
Doran, he's looking for the one-shot combo.
Raptor.
Oh, one auto! Could do it, and there it is! 1,090 gold! That goes over to Doran!
Huge shutdown and Baron's up. I mean, not Baron, Dragon's up, Soul's up.
Yeah.
I know we said the Ocean Soul's not that important, but it's still, you wanted to get it.
Yeah, absolutely. And, oh, they don't have vision of this brush. The hook comes through. Vikla, he might just die here. Big burst damage, though, from Diablo. Takes out the 80 carry, and Diablo, the hope of the team. He's going to push Faker back on the Yone, and now the stun comes in on Adoran, who is not long for the world. And double kill goes to Diablo.
Clutches it when they need it most. Manages to find the angle. Now, though, they have to finish off the Dragon before Ona can get there. I don't
think they can.
It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of time. He doesn't have flash. He doesn't have flash. He has to hit a W to get over the...
Oh, Emilio, you troll.
He has to hit a W. Don't let him over the wall. Guys, you have to hit the Dragon.
Well, he's going to go into that ult as now he's got some help from Faker. That's not actually going to help. Maybe Faker gets the Dragon. Oh. No, goes over to Diablo, and he gets the kill too. Diablo puts the team on his back the last minute here.
Okay, Diablo just completely effort from the 80 carry to get them over the... Oh, do not die right now. It's taken such a mammoth effort from the 80 carry to get them over the line, and it's still not done. But they are approaching. They've broken the base finally.
Yeah.
31 minutes, they have Soul, they have a gold lead, 2.5k, which is not that much at this point, and then pushes in, confident he can take down Doran with no cooldowns.
Got a little play here, the box is down, Keria asking for some help, but guess who? It's Diablo, he's back. Has Vikla in a bit of trouble here, does go Zhonya's.
He can flash, I think.
Yeah, and now Doran's like, uh-oh, what am I gonna do? Get cataclysmed, no, it's down. But it's still Jarvan, and eventually, okay, he's going to elect to flash away.
If he just keeps chasing him, I think getting Doran... Oh, you can just kill him. Okay, that's even better.
At the scanner.
Yeah, you'll do that. Diablo's still here. He has a lot of... He has double BF still in his inventory. Because why not? He's very strong right now, and they just don't really have an answer. Kellen's still with cooldowns. And you know, we said this series might just be about these 80 carries. It has been.
Pays in game 1. Diablo absolutely here in game 2. Or at least the important parts of game 2, which is like the last 4 minutes. So, they're going to have a lot into Clear, but he's not the main guy. It's all about Diablo here. As Clear is taking up quite a lot, though. He is getting pretty low, as even the Moonlight Vigil does come through from Pays. We got Zombie Scion now. They're going to take down the turret, as Owner is still going in there, but Diablo getting into the circle. Dodge! The sealed fates, and he's just living behind the ranks of T1. It doesn't seem to care. Takes down a Pays, but eventually can't pull off a miracle, and maybe just a little bit too aggressive as we got TP coming in. And Vikla, I don't know if he's getting out of this one. Nope, not with the ult available here for Doran. The Between Worlds will take him down with that last auto, and just a little bit too aggressive, but BNK did so much.
That was a little bit too far. Feeling himself a little bit too much.
I was getting picked, though. That was cool.
Yeah, that was the question.
It's a bit of a standoff here between all the members on the Rifts. Faker pulls.
Nice.
Oh, he's going in, and he wants Diablo. Forces the flash just like that. Diablo down his flash here. The hook is going to miss. Pays going head to head with Diablo is very scary. But the damage from range comes in from the Aphelios, and Clear is going to go down. Most importantly, they take out the frontline tank. And now BNK down a member, what do they do?
That dash in from Carrier was crazy. And now top lane it down for BNK FX. So super long timer there. They're going straight for the Elder.
Yep.
Raptors to try and make this happen. 12,000, 10,000 health.
Oh, Doran has the angle here. Going to chunk Kellen. Nearly gets hit by the Aphelios. And the Moonlight Vigil also going to be dodged. But Diablo has to step up. He's not quite able to, though. Taking it slowly. Raptor looking for the steal. It's a flip. It goes to Owner. And this guy does not lose.
How does it keep happening?
It doesn't make any sense. They can't keep getting away with this.
It just happens every time. Ults into the pit to kill the. They just flip the Elder.
Yeah,
they just flip it. Yeah, why not?
Oh boy, here we go. Everything's burning. Doran's getting in. And Raptor is already so low. He's got to be careful. One more tick of damage, and he is out of the game.
Okay, one thing.
Ult out there, good respect from him, but now he's very far away from his team.
They are far from Baron, though. Guys, this is going down quick.
Yeah, they're just not here. The Baron's going to go over. T1 gets the Baron, and now T1 want to go for the turn. Doran does not have Between Worlds. And in goes Owner right onto Vikla. He is not scared, as Diablo is very much willing to go into that circle if you let him. Gonna take him down in the GA. And so now Owner in a little bit of trouble. Faker goes on in, gets that engage on the Diablo, but look at the sustain from this Lucian. Does not die to the Yone as they finally take down Clear and pays Key. He is still very much alive. Doran as well on the backside with Carrier, but pays takes the Lantern over to Raptor. Is still kiting this one out with Doran, but I think Doran is not very long for this world. He will go down. The kiting comes out for Pays. Takes down the 80 carry, but I mean, there's no way he lives for very much longer, right? I mean, he's still running.
Wait, the tower's up.
Yeah, just looking for the execute, I guess.
But I mean, execute doesn't really do anything at this point. They're gonna end the game.
Yeah. Well, he's gonna go down, and Raptors pushing mid.
Okay, so they don't get away with it again. BNK FEARX, make them pay. You can't just give them soul and just flip Elder and win the game. You can't keep getting away with it. They punish them. Although actually, I say that Owner and Faker are about to be up.
I feel like they should be able to.
They should be able to end. They have a lot of damage. They have a lot of damage.
They end this.
Owner's gonna try. Faker's gonna try.
I mean, Owner's got his ult, importantly. Just gets stunned, and now he goes into his ult. We got TPs coming in. Faker is here, but he's not all that tanky. The flash away by Diablo should seal the deal. As Faker going to flash away himself. Carrier can't do anything, and we will be going to a game number 3. As T1, they play with their food once again. This time, it does not pay off. As BNK take down T1.
I mean, Diablo obviously did so much in that game on the Lucian in some of those big fights, but I like Kai'Sa. I think Kai'Sa's
another good shout. And Ari
comes
comes out
for these picks. Kai'Sa with Bard doesn't inspire huge amounts of joy. Not really the pairing you'd sort of expect, but there is setup from the rest of your team at least, so you have that to go towards. Ari gonna come in, so you know, a strong mid-jungle pairing at least, but you're into Pantheon Galio, which is just miserable. Because one of them CCs you and then you just die. So this is, for BNK FEARX, I think without the Kiana, this kind of feels like a standard composition. But that Kiana just, we have not seen it work, so I am a little bit concerned.
I really don't think it's going to do anything into this comp.
For T1, this feels like the sort of composition Gen G would play. Should.
Yeah, we'll see what happens here. Game number 3 will start now between BNK and T1. Alrighty, off we go. And a lot of the focus once again here on Pays, a battle of the 80 carries. Pays not quite able to do as much as Diablo in the last game, although he had a strong game. I don't think it was necessarily his fault or anything. I think just thinking about getting in here, but Owner is going to spot him. Might come down to a smite fight, although, yeah, it does go the way of Raptor. Carrier is here, and he just flashes the wall. So that's going to be the end of that, although Faker does land a taunt. And gets charmed, actually, and now has to flash himself as Raptor's right there and says, thank you very much for the free first blood.
That's exactly the stuff. Do that with Bard.
Yeah.
You know, you think of like the ideal lane pairings with Kai'Sa, like Kai'Sa Nord. You know, you all in, you get the plasma stacks from the Nautilus, and because of his damage, you sort of meet that damage threshold to go for the bear.
and usually we are. Raptors here. Ooh, nice dodge there on the charm. Just gonna hop back. Owner is here as Ghost is going to be procced. Knocks Owner into the wall, does basically no damage because the shield was up. And now Raptor pretty low, and guess who's here? It's Carrier, but also we got the rel coming in from Kellen. And now the re-engage comes out from Owner. And Faker is totally fine on the backside. Vikla can't get in, and guess who's here as well? Pays. Roaming up from bot, and he will collect that gold, very much needed at this point in the game.
Pick this as well.
It was their first pick. They weren't first pick as a team. Owner just kind of running straight into the dark jungle and
see, that's better. You have the charm comes in. Does this convince me of the pick? No, because I mean, let's be real. There's a lot of picks that could have done that too.
Faker just rocket belted into the corner of the wall, but he's okay. He's taking a bit of damage. Nice little charm comes in. I say he's okay. Immediately curse him, and Vikla picks up a kill. His first.
It's something to say.
It's just a little thing, you know.
Yeah.
They're engaging here. A little stun here onto the Ezreal as Diablo gets that barrier, just dies to the Pantheon, gets executed there. We'll have to see how that all started because Diablo.
He's got a lot of. He occupies a lot of space.
Well, going in here onto Vikla, who's 5 seconds away from Spirit Rush, gets stunned somehow. And that's going to be Pays scooping up the kill on top of it all. Raptor's like, yeah, I definitely do damage.
Oh.
Did a little bit, but now he's about to get stunned up with the taunts and goes down to Carrier. Very much deserved after setting up the kill.
Who knew this Carrier guy was so good at Bard? Like, this is just new information.
I don't know about that.
You don't think?
You only have 3 bans in the first phase.
Yeah.
Hawk, so you got to be careful.
True.
No.
That's valid.
Clearly, BNK did not think that it was worth it.
Yeah. I mean, maybe this is the first time he's played it, so maybe, you know.
Could be. Yeah.
Maybe he won't play it again.
I don't have the stats in front of me.
Yeah. Maybe a player has to have a skin on the champion before you... Wait. I feel like so many games when he's playing Bard, he's looking for these Q flash angles. And like sometimes he is just clip farming.
For like a split second.
He finds these great angles, and he's so responsive with the ults. Yeah. Yeah.
It's just hard when you decide as a team that you're going to ban Azir and Orianna, and then you only have one other ban, and Yunara's up in game 3. It's like, what do you do? This Faker is going to ult away.
Plus, they did do the fake out where they didn't pick Bard. That might be a little bit of an issue.
That's really the issue. We talked about targets before, as Raptor is just getting bullied by the other jungler who is down a lot. And even with Raptor having Kellen nearby, not able to win that one as we have a TP coming in immediately just to get stunned up, taunted, and stunned into the wall, and down he goes. Is that, well, not the greatest, but I think it's okay. As Pays says, well, I would have liked to deal a little bit more damage, but thank you for keeping.
Yeah, right. It just kind of feels a little bit fake.
That's the thing about Kiana is, like, you don't have a lot of good targets. We talked about Bard being one of the good targets, and that's what happens. Like, it doesn't even...
Mini. The ult doesn't catch Vikla and just kind of, you know, full Pays still.
This time it's Faker who's in trouble. He does not have the heroic exit, but he does have a friendly Pantheon that's getting in there. This time the Kiana ult actually going to help out with some stun as Owner with the Q flash gets the execute down. And now the rest of the team is coming over here more quickly because T1 have control of the map. And Owner says, no kill for you, Pays. This is mine. I set this up. Now, down his shift, down his flash. Nice little flank came in from Faker on the left to force that one. Now they're going to get the Spirit Rush out of Vikla and say, okay, well, that's another ult earned by us. And Clear doesn't have Meganar anymore, so I think BNK just kind of have to give this one up, and that they will.
Yeah, pretty rough, pretty roughy-toughy. You know, this game, the gold lead isn't that crazy.
How does the phrase actually make sense? I don't know. Carry is going to have to flash away, but he's probably okay with that. It's still a good trade for Vikla, obviously. Like, and he's just going to trade flashes. But here comes Owner immediately to just get charmed up.
Sorry, I'm just still perplexed by the wheelhouse thing.
It is very important. That's true.
These are the big questions you're going to ask. Kellen is on a crazy flank. That's what he's got in his wheelhouse. Can you put a horse in a wheelhouse?
I don't think so. I don't think it's big enough. I think it's made for a human. Oh, we do have the flank here onto Pays, and he is just 100-0. Eventually did use cleanse, but still died. And T1 say, you know what? You used a lot. We're still going to fight here. As in goes Faker, he is assassinating Raptor, and now is 1v4 and will die. So still a good trade for BNK as they pick up 2.
Yeah, I feel like it does, if you CC someone, it does help kill them, right? But so do other picks, but it just dies immediately after every time. But like, they do get some kills, it's good. Don't get me wrong. Some good kills, they kill Pays, they get Faker 2, they do lose.
Like the ocean. Get it?
Please stop talking. Honestly,
right.
let's just sit in silence for the next.
All right, they're gonna kill clear, I think. He's got Mega. And the thing is, you can't really do Baron because you have no position on it, really, no vision. And now Carry is just going for a little walk here. That's a bunch of damage. Exhaust helps out a little bit.
Not enough.
Not enough. And T1, they're just kind of sending it. In goes Pei. He's going to assassinate Vikla. This Kaisa is kind of out of control now, as Faker also going to dodge a Q and gets away with his life. And Diablo left by his lonesome, definitely not in his wheelhouse anymore. He
Stop
has been
saying
abandoned.
wheelhouse.
Would it help if I said Millhouse instead? I know you like The Simpsons.
Doesn't make any sense, but yes.
It would help, wouldn't it? Yeah. All right, well, Doran is unkillable. Well, okay, he's taking a little bit of damage now. Diablo.
That was,
Well, they're going for Raptor instead. So I guess Diablo's like, well, I didn't do anything wrong because I'm alive.
Yeah, Ezreal not the best pick into tanks.
Uh-oh. Engage cone? Oh, never mind.
You were so happy for a split second.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah. You know, Hayes does just kind of delete people when he gets a chance. Devil tries to kill Faker and then just ends up. How many Mystic shots do you think he'd have to hit him with? I don't know.
Oh, you're talking about Ezreal.
Yeah.
3.5 items.
How many Mystic shots do you think Devil would have to hit Doran with to kill him?
Just nothing else, like no W.
Just Mystic
No
shots.
Essence Flux. They're going to engage on a carry. That's a big roll on top of everyone, but even better Temper Fade. Although the angle here from Raptor gets into the back line. Pace, though, is going to get out alive as he hops the wall. And the real carry all along was Doran. The double kill for the Cassante. Flash on him from Owner. And they're right in BNK's wheelhouse as T1 are pushing to maybe end this game.
So close to finding the big play there. The engage was sick, but just not quite finding the damage. Pays ulting away to survive. And now it's Vikla against the world.
Oh boy. Getting flashed on and even takes a W. Killer Instinct from Pays. And that'll do it. 30-minute game. And T1, they don't leave it to an Elder Flip. They don't leave it to later. They just end it relatively soon. In game number 3.
This was a much more chaotic game, but like in a different way, you know? I feel like the other games are like slow down in terms of progress, and then we had that sporadic ending. This was just bloody fighting all over the place. You know, people were getting stuck in wheelhouses. Millhouse showed up briefly, and in the end, T1 won.
Love Millhouse.
You know, there was that period